Hello everyone, I, Scarabray, am here for Alpha Boosa's TURNIP28 battle report, and I am going to use my military knowledge from being a history buff to evaluate the tactics and strategies used in this. Which, considering how this is basically the grimdark Monty Python Wargame, I'm probably going to be crying by the end of this.
Once upon a time, in a land too close for comfort,
Europe after it became a mud pit, if I remember right.
Was a king, or so he would have it believed. That title was, in truth, self-proclaimed, and even the people he supposedly ruled over had hardly any respect for him.
Yeah, if you have that situation, you better hope that you have a big enough army that respects you, otherwise you're kinda doomed.
Kneg Carola, as he was known, of the 131st Anders Mash Footstubers, a regiment of rank amateurs and cannibals with a constant yearning for mash in all its forms.
God, I wonder if they mean rank amateurs by our world standards or by TURNIP28 standards. Because I'm pretty sure TURNIP28's elite soldiers are rank amateurs by our standards.
Their one claim to fame is an old fortress they managed to pilfer and guard as their own upon a small molehill, one they now call Anders Mountain.
Which is in Sweden, if I remember right.
After the alleged god Anders, whom cracked its head on a rock. One pestilent afternoon, another foul regiment, the 71st Phlogiston Hag Baby, suddenly stood outside the castle walls, to the would-be king.
Now, if we notice this fort, well, I mean, it's basically a bunch of ruins that looks like it's as ancient to them as Rome is to us. You notice that there are huge gaps and holes in it that someone could pretty easily get through. There would be some defensible thing, like defense advantage from the various pieces of cover that you have there, but overall not that useful. Still, though, it does provide a little bit of a defensive advantage that the defenders should probably take advantage of.
I remove the fort!
Here was my fort, my kingdom, I will never yield it to the likes of you.
No! I don't want it! I was the gun!
Why, it's so nice and lovely and I like
Don't
it.
give a toss! It's in the way! The map says the shortest route to the saloon is through here, but your fort is in the way!
Wait, Nate. Walk around it. Why?
It's the principle of the thing!
This conflict could be avoided if they walked around the fort.
I will not let you step a watered foot inside my kingdom.
And it would also be over if they just let her go through it.
Single drop of your cauldron water will drive plagues untold through my land.
There's no subscribe for the ligament swine!
Seems we are at an impasse.
Yes, good thing I brought this fucking elephant!
My clear children of the nation, to your stations. We are under assault!
Alright, let's see which ones they have. So, we have the soldiers on both sides. They have some brutes and bastards, and yes, that's really what the unit is called, on the, well, Footstubers side. The brutes, if I remember right, are melee units, which, I guess, sort of suited for the fort. There also is Toady Grubhub with ranged fodder, which should probably stake to a defensive position and keep shooting. Now, on the other side, Hagilda has a stump gun, which is basically a cannon, and melee fodder. Personally, I think ranged fodder would probably be more useful in this fight, especially since this is sort of Napoleonic warfare if you squint hard enough. And they also have the Great Proboscis, who is essentially a war elephant, their greatest asset.
And so,
I mean, the ranged fodder is probably the only thing that could harm it in a real battle. at least harm it severely, and it would pretty much take a bunch of
After
shots.
the pettiest possible disagreement,
Either that, depending on what weapons the bastards are armed with, of
the
course.
war would begin in earnest. The hag babies had hired mercenaries, the great Proboscis, and the great knight Brilgos the Jackalope Knight.
Yeah, despite Brogos being a mercenary, he is still more honorable than those murderers who call themselves the Knights of the Shattered Lance. That being said, he is not a snail knight, unfortunately, so he is not the height of chivalry, as far as TURNIP28 goes, at least.
We must break through this wall. It is our only hope.
We could simply walk around.
Would we stoop to be the equals of snails?
I'm pretty sure... Hey, what the fuck? You're insulting the snail knight? Okay, I'm on the footstoober's side.
Would we model ourselves after the flat-headed worm?
Also, I'm pretty sure both those guys would go...
For great hair care. For we are worthy. We are worthy.
I wonder how much money all this cost. Like, as in hiring Sir Brilgos, hiring an elephant, buying the cannon, buying the weapons and armor, all to get to attack a fort and risk their lives to get to the saloon a bit faster, I guess. And for the principle of the thing.
Human eyes to deny your health wealth care.
Yeah, they are paying you,
On the
Brilgos,
other
so...
side of the wall, the soldiery took their position. The grievously crippled Grubhub, toady of the king, was called upon to take action and
This is a cult of greed mechanic. You can end up having crippled commanders.
Welcome to hell. Where's hell, boys? I'd like to order.
Cannibals.
Attack.
Now!
Attack who?
Attack.
Attack who?
Attack.
Who?
Whoever is closest.
This is a TURNIP28 mechanic where units can only take whatever's close, attack whoever is closest, and have to, if they are melee, charge into them in the straightest line possible. That being said, yeah, no, this is still bad order, I guess, but because it didn't clarify enough. Like Sun Tzu said, if the commander gives unclear orders, it's their fault. That something goes badly. That being said, I'm pretty sure that your average soldier in real life could know they mean to attack whichever enemy is closest. But this is TURNIP28, you have to account for
The
that.
lethargic Grubhub, not able to make any sensible strategical pronouncements, had the fodder stopped ripping each other apart and consuming the flesh of the previous brothers in arms with insane vigor, until only one man. I am chosen. I am bearer of the holy name.
His confidence is yours, not his attack.
They are but candles to be blown out.
And so the Mushroom Man, last of his brotherhood, held aloft his musket gun and suddenly laid upon the enemy fodder like a Gatling gun.
Yeah, 45 times. Through the miraculous power of cannibalism. Now, was this trade worth it? I don't think so. The foot fodder would probably get crushed in a single charge from the bastards, and this would leave the rest of the unit with enough, guys to pose potentially a threat to the elephant. That being said, maybe it is, I don't know. I don't think it was quite a worth it trade, even if it did get rid of the entirety of it, but then again, this side did win, so...
Kill his own, and swallow my fodder in one fell swoop. Waste this sudden burst of foul gorilla magic.
Surely, this man is the son of God.
Brilgos, that's a blasphemous shame, you. Only must respond in kind. Cannonus, ready the cannon! Let loose upon the swine!
With the fate of the fortress hanging in the balance.
Okay, let's see. Spear, what looks like an axe or some other shafted weapon. Maybe a mace, hard to tell. And I don't know what that is. Think a mace. Not ideal for fighting elephants. 2 wounds. Already injured.
Shoots bombs! Bastards! Charge Spetsburg formation!
The Knag commands the bastards to charge the elephants. The bastards try to do so, but fail. They roll 2 once.
Ooh.
Fail.
One of the pathetic bastards gets his finger.
Yeah, so the tank traps in front of the fort are a really stupid idea for, well, 2 reasons. First off, you don't have tanks in this setting, so why do you have tank traps? That'd be like me wearing an anti-flamethrower suit in a setting where there's no flamethrowers. And second, yeah, you have to have your guys charge out of there. And, honestly, so you should probably put the defenses somewhere where your own side won't ride through it.
Fingernail caught in a tank trap. And dies immediately. The rest mourn his loss and do not move another inch.
The fools dare sally forth from their funny little castle. Bring us. Prevent them.
Alright, so do I think that ordering them to charge the elephant was a good move strategically from a Napoleonic warfare perspective? Well, I mean, there aren't really many other moves you can make with this low amount of soldiers. It was either the elephant, the cannon, or the commanders, and honestly, I kind of think the cannon might be a better choice from a purely Napoleonic warfare perspective to take it out, and then you can, circle around to attack the general, I guess.
Will of God, it shall be done. The evil fucking elephant charges, loosing its bowels to get an extra speed boost.
To be fair, now, I think that this is a misreading of the rules, because the bowel loosening charge is not referring to the elephant charging, or whatever character charges it. It basically means you're going to make the enemies shit themselves when you charge them.
Still deeply in mourning, are successfully charged. Another one of the meek bastards are crushed to paste underfoot by the great beast. The last bastard, in desperation, motivated by the complete grief of his life, hits back, knowing he no longer has anything to lose.
And there's Carola, now out in the open, where either the elephant or the stump gun could hit him.
And inflicts 2 wounds out of 8.
Unfortunate.
The elephant has won. All know this. And experiencing a sudden fit of primal panic, the remaining bastard suddenly retreats, compelled by his death anxiety, leaving his Knag behind.
The beast is too strong, my Knag. What the fuck are you doing? Get back here, kid. I want its trunk mounted on my kitchen wall.
So I think this was a good decision. Well, I mean, yeah, Carola's kind of fucked if he doesn't kill the elephant with that bastard, since it'll kill him next. So, yeah, about as good as he can do.
Immensely powerful voice once again commands the bastard to return to the fray. The bastard charges the final charge of his life and attacks limply. The elephant only takes 1 wound and has 5 wounds remaining. The bastard joins his kin in the mass grave.
I feel like I'm about to fade.
His fodder, singular.
My blood sugar's really dipping.
Misses.
Elephantines, kill this heathen!
Bracing himself, the Knag takes on the bulk of the elephant's charge, but being severely wounded, Carola struggles as his blow slides off the elephant's slick skin. From the onslaught of the elephant.
Should we save that guy?
Yeah, they're armed with melee weapons, so, yeah, melee troops. So many fucking ads. Anyway, the proper response if your king is about to be killed in the battlefield, and you have no intention of saving him or even trying, is to run. This is the point where you retreat.
Suddenly, The ancient wall fails the Hawks as part of the wall crumbles and collapses under their feet. Grubhub, the toady, and Mushroom Man fall to the ground. Grubhub's already withered ankles shatter from the impact.
Well, at least they haven't lost their
But it
bruise.
matters not, for this fall has once more galvanized the resolve of the new son of man. That fall made my blood sugar spike back up. Let's do this!
Yes!
Shut up. My ankle.
The cannon turns towards the Knurg himself.
Are you waiting for? You kill him!
Firing a volley of grape shot at the Knurg, the cannon inflicts a final wound to the Knurg and turns him into a fine mist.
And now the commander is dead. In most historical battles, this would be the point where all the soldiers start running. But, I mean, there are some where they wouldn't start running. And I don't think this is one like that. At the TURNIP28 guys are smart enough to run, even though a lot of them, well, historically probably should have a while ago.
For the next step in our plan.
The elephant, still on the loose despite the fact that the hags could, at this stage, probably just go through the fort on death caps for the last 5 years, is compelled to charge, as he is the closest target. Come then. The elephant attacks with its full power. 12 massive stomps, kicks, and trunkadunks. Yet, out of the 12 maximum attacks, only 2 manage to hit. The Mushroom Man defies his vulnerability roll.
Yeah, like, the elephant had to attack whoever was closest, and that was, like, Mushroom Man, which is, yeah, I mean, not much to comment on that. Like, there isn't really much they can do at this point.
And gets double sixes! Surviving the onslaught against all odds!
Though, historically, elephants were known for rampaging at times, so this works with them just attacking and such, I guess.
The mushroom fodder retaliates, summoning all his mycelial might, and misses. Neither combatant has caused any wounds to the other, and so the melee continues. The day took up arms.
Hard to argue with that, considering TURNIP28's setting.
Salvation cannot come through this folly. It can only come in the catharsis of death. The elephant gets 4 hits and Mushroom Man is fucking pulped to death!
Elephant. Ew.
The lone Grubhub, locked in place, seeing the very death of the empire he helped build, now sees his own demise on the horizon. And he can do naught but fire his small, shitty pistol at it.
Himself.
He misses, much like he misses his late wife. And the elephant
Don't tell Grubhub that you have a wife. He will be very jealous.
barrels towards him. The great proboscis approaches, stomping forth like doomsday itself to finish it all. And it fails its dangerous terrain test. It steps on a rusty nail, losing its last remaining wound, and dies. Grubhub lives.
For now.
The proboscis has fallen. Retreat!
Right! Hold on! We're winning! We're winning! What the fuck are you doing?
Panicking.
The hag babies lost the skirmish. The greatest weapon failed, and the Lady Gnorilla saloon closing before the battle can conclude, Hagilda returned to her sour hole, bitterly contemplating her life.
Ironically enough, even if the hags won, the saloon still would be closed by the end of the, by the time they could get there. Today, at least.
Lack of hair care. Sore loser. The Anders Mash footstubers would remain within the fort under the new leadership of Knurg Grubhub, whose ankles would never heal. Knurg Corolla's remains would be scooped up and put into the Great Stew.
Yeah, cannibals, and I mean, I suppose this is a kind of Pyrrhic victory, especially considering what happens between episodes.
The knight Brilgos would flagellate himself and start a church in dedication to the Mushroom Man, whom he was convinced died for the redemption of the folly of man. The parish now consists of 4 people, all of which have tuberculosis. The end. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone. Thank you for watching, everyone, and remember to like, comment, and subscribe.